CI Hub is all about giving people the easiest possible access to their digital ecosystem within their Microsoft and within their Adobe products. We believe that the access to all of your assets should be extremely easy. And we all know, and we know that from doing statistics with our customers, everyone who's creating assets has 3.7 different sources where he gets assets from to manage his work. And if you're within an agency, this is what is meant by customer. So if you have 10 customers, you all know what it means to manage and handle all of these different data sources. We believe that with one plugin, you should be able to access all of these data sources, absolutely transparent, and that will result in an easier process by delivering the in-app connectivity. You don't need to leave the application you're in, which always results in losing time. It should deliver a unified user experience, especially if you make your data available within large organizations, and especially within the Microsoft products. It is a lot easier for rollout and management and training and running cost if you have one interface, regardless if you have your data in your SharePoint or in your asset management system or in your cloud system. And the ability to have a single access point to all of your data gives us a huge power to deliver functionalities within your applications. So I would love to introduce Gert. Over to you. Thanks for preparing all of that amazing stuff here. Thanks.
Thanks, Andy, for your introduction. So hi to all of you. My name is Gert, and I'm really happy to walk you through our slides during this webinar today. So first, I want to start with how to connect a system via the CI Hub panel. So one plugin is all you need for this. So to connect to a system, just open the CI Hub panel, go to connections. You can see your favorites. If you click on show all, you can see all available integrations, and you can make them to your favorite ones. So right now I want to add a DAM system. The login works with my credentials. It's quite easy, and we're ready to go. So back to InDesign, and I'm connected to a DAM system. You can browse through folders, browse through assets, and the thing is that I can only see those assets that are attached to my rights with my account. So with this little icon here, I can switch between different thumbnail sizes to have a better detailed view of the assets I'm browsing. And the cool thing is that you have a unique user experience within your favorite applications, such as Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. The same goes for Adobe After Effects. That's the one right here. And same goes for Premiere Pro. Browse your assets and movies via the plugin. And the Office 365 is also working. You have the same view that's in Excel and PowerPoint or Word. So as you can see here, it's really easy. It's the same look in all your favorite applications. And if you know how to work with the CI Hub plugin, you can handle it in every application. So connected means not only connect to one system, it means connect to multiple systems. Right now, I want to add another system, in this case, a PIM system. It's Pimcore. So works the same way. Use your credentials, log in, and that's all. Back to InDesign, and now you can see that we have two systems connected. And with this little button here, you can switch between the different sources. And in a PIM system, you mainly browse through objects. So what you can see are objects with multiple assets stored in one object. And the thing is, every time you start your panel, the setup comes with your latest settings. So you have to connect your systems only once, and within seconds, you can switch between them. So that's really easy and quite fast to connect to various systems. So what we have, Andy, if you want to,
yeah,
sure.
That's we think it's good to have a short wrap up on what you've seen. So our in-app connectivity really allows you to connect to all of your silos. Silos means all of your storages, regardless if it's a DAM system, a PIM system. It's fully transparent to security and your rights. You will never see an asset in the CI app connector what you would not be able to see within your original system you connect to. It delivers everything what you need to be secure. So automatically refresh of access tokens. We're using an open out too. So, and there is never really data stored on the CI hub. So we're really taking a lot of care on data security and privacy. It's a very easy navigation across all of the systems. It connects to your data sources, but in the next step, it will also connect to your workflows. Imagine you're in InDesign or in Photoshop and you see from your right system or any other workflow systems, the tasks you have to do directly associated with the asset. Really makes working easy. It connects with asset and objects, and this is really important because in a classical DAM system, we have an asset, and in a PIM system, we have an object. An object can be an EIN number, and that's associated to 10 different images. It's very easy to deploy. In our development, we got rid of all C++ code in the plugin. So it's very easy to deploy. There is, we can almost guarantee that whenever Adobe will bring a new version, we will be on the same day. So there is no compilation, nothing. It's a single installation. It's a click and the plugin is installed in your Microsoft and in your Adobe environment. And we are completely compliant with the central deployment system. And our whole backend is built on an Okta. So whatever system requirement you have in a large organization on single sign-on and stuff like that, we can already do that on a large scale. So this is the benefit of in-app connectivity. Good. Next step.
Thanks, Andy. So the second part of the presentation is how can I find my assets? So it's all about searching assets. So to perform a search is quite easy. Just click on the little search button on the upper right corner. And you can use the full text search the result appears very quickly. You can use Boolean operators in between. In this case here, I'm using the AND operator, really quick. You can use, let's say, architecture. Here we go. And you see the number in brackets, so it finds 71 assets right now. The cool thing is that you can store your recent queries. So your recent searches are just a click away, just click on it and it comes back and it filters directly what you typed in the search query. So quite easy. It also works with keywords. So it's like a faceted search. So you can click on a keyword and it filters directly. You can add another keyword. That means it works with the Boolean operator AND. And as you see the number in brackets, it brings up the expected search result. In this case, it's only 1. So by deleting the blue items, the result is resetted immediately. So very easy to do a search and to get a detailed result.
So the unified user experience that really delivers the search. So whatever you can find with the same terms in your connected system, you will find in CI Hub. We will auto-store the search phrases, and there are a couple of very cool features in it to automatically search on a selected image or search on a selected InDesign or AI file. We do support the filtering with keywords and with facets. So it's very simple to get all the facets in the CI Hub, and that's completely also supporting your custom facets without any kind of configuration. You can pre-filter asset types, so you can say, I just want to search within images or in videos or in sound. And the search results can be made available in specific languages. So if you, as an example, have in your PIM system English language content, French language content, and Spanish language content, you can select which content you want to select. And this is important if you then want to drag and drop the metadata into your layout. That's fully supported. Back to you, Gert.
Thanks, Andy. So how to use it? This is getting quite a bit more complex. So how can I use the panel with my InDesign document, an example? So I've prepared an InDesign document, 30 pages, and prepared to add some content. So back to the panel, choose a connection, just switching to, let's say, a PIM system, grab an asset or an object in this case, and you can browse through with these little arrows, go to the next asset, and then just drag and drop it into the target frame in InDesign. So really easy. And the other thing is, how can I add text, which is stored in the PIM? Just drag and drop and replace the placeholder text, and it's perfectly formatted. So going to the next asset.
Just to add to this one, if your connected system supports formatted text, bold, underlined, etc., you can even drag and drop formatted text into the layout. Sorry, good.
All good. So you can also drag an asset without a target frame. You can draw a target frame. And by drawing this frame, it always fits proportionally to the source asset. So there is no need to arrange the frames around the asset and all this stuff. All good, all done automatically. So let's do the last one over here. Just change the text and we're good to go. So that's it, and we're done.
So this makes working really fast. So you can even see, if you're in a Dropbox as an example, your InDesign pages before you downloading and open it. You can drag assets and metadata. That really speeds up your work. We support assets and objects. We also give you access to versions and renditions. So when your system stores versions, you can scroll through these versions and, if allowed, can pick an older version or a different version. It allows you to change between high-res and low-res files, which really allows you to work with FPO files as long as you can. And we all know, especially in working remote with not so great internet connections, how important it is to switch between an FPO file and the real file as late as you can do that. And the amazing thing is that not just working in InDesign, that with the same click works in After Effects and in Premiere Pro, which is really cool. And that allows you the switching of high res to low res. It allows you to switch from different versions, from AI to JPEG or from PowerPoint to PDF. Imagine you have your assets stored in your Google Drive and they are stored in Google Drive, but you want to have it as a PDF. You just click on the rendition and it will be downloaded as PDF, even if it's a numbers or a pages format. So That's really all built in, and that's enabling faster working. Good. Next.
Thanks. So the next part is I want to add a third source to my panel. So my InDesign document needs to be completed. I want to have an image for my cover page, but this comes from the agency and they uploaded it into Dropbox. So connecting to Dropbox, easy as connecting to all the other systems. Back to InDesign, I would like to rename my connection because there are more than one Dropboxes attached. So I named this Gert's Dropbox. I'm good to go. So now when I switch between systems, you can see there's Gert's Dropbox and I'm ready to go. So browsing through folders, browsing through assets. And this is the one the agency uploaded and I would like to have it. So it's quite easy. Just drag and drop it into the target frame and we're good to go. So there is another asset we want to place on, let's say, page 6. But this image comes out of a DAM. So just switch to the DAM. And we want this image with the purple sweater. Same way, it's a Photoshop file with 135 megabytes. So very easy, very fast, and it's placed. So native Illustrator documents are always easy to handle. Just place it, draw a frame that fits to your needs, and it's placed perfectly. So now, as we all know, changes are coming soon. So the image needs a color change in Photoshop. So go to Photoshop, open the file in Photoshop, do some color corrections. Let's say the shirt should be a gray one. Just do some color corrections. Want to have it brighter. And so I'm okay with it. So creating a new version of this image is just clicking Update File. I choose my active Photoshop document. This is the one. And leave a comment. Now in gray. And click on OK. And the file will be updated within the DAM. So no more action required. Back to InDesign. And the Illustrator file needs to be changed. I want to have it not in 1989, I want to have it in 2000. So switch to Adobe Illustrator, do a little refresh, open it in Illustrator, do my changes, and the same like Photoshop, select the file and click Update File. Also the source document, leave a comment, click on OK, and all the files are updated in the DAM. So let's switch back to Adobe InDesign. So nothing happened yet, but we know we have to check the links. So with this button, all the linked assets appear and we see those little warning icons. So something happened to these assets. So they are probably have new versions. So click a refresh to see if there's some more. No, there's only 2. To have a look, preview, you can zoom in. This is the right one. Just select it and click on the relink button. And as you can see, it's updated. Same goes for the image with the gray sweater. Click on it, do a refresh, and we're good to go. So this is how it works with cross applications, InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator. Maybe there can be some more. That's quite easy to handle.
So what we do is the media, the enhanced link manager and the asset check allow us the full control of all of the asset in your application. Means we can analyze the asset and all of the links by analyzing the structure and making sure that the asset you're using within your, in that case, InDesign document can always be checked down from the file name down to the MD5 hash if that asset you're using is the same asset which is available in your connected system, Dropbox or Viva system or Pixelbox or something like that. So you have the full control, and you have the full control if that asset will be downloaded as low-res or as high-res files, and if a missing file, which you maybe have purchased in Adobe Stock or which was not available in your DAM system, will automatically synced into the DAM system. So you always have a consistent database with all of the assets. It's very easy to upload missing documents. It checks file name and MD5. And as Gert mentioned, the CIAP connector is already available in After Effects, Premiere Pro, Illustrator, InDesign, Photoshop, InCopy, Outlook, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. And I've just answered a couple of questions. Yes, there is things like Figma, Sketch, and Adobe XD coming. We are also working on integrations into the CMS systems like WordPress. And we are heavily working with the leading providers of asset storages together to connect other systems. If you take a look on our website on integrations, that will be updated every couple of weeks with new integrations. It's already about 40 in there, which starts from SharePoint to Adobe CC Library to lots of other things. Good. Next step.
Thanks. So next part is one plugin for all your stock assets. So the art director is looking for a new cover photo, and you have to search for one. So you have to search in a stock provider environment, let's say Adobe Stock or Getty Images or whatever you prefer. Same procedure, just log in with your credentials and you're good to go. So back to InDesign, you see I'm connected to Adobe Stock. I will rename the connection because this is my account. Good to go. So what I'm going to do is I highlight the image and I would say do a similarity search right in Adobe Stock. So just click on it and now the system searches for similar images in Adobe Stock. Boom, we're done. So now you can browse through similar assets in Adobe Stock. You can do the same stuff as you did before in the DAM system. You can have different preview sizes and all this stuff. So if we're good to go, we want to test some assets. And of course, you can use the filters that are provided by the stock provider. Sure. So like additional filters, pricing, or whatever you want. So quite easy to use the images. Just drag and drop them as you did before out of a DAM or Dropbox or whatever. And the asset appears in the target frame, can remove it. So if you say, okay, that's not quite the one I want to have, so let's look for another one. And the cool thing is, select the target frame, do a right click and say replace, and it replaces the image you've chosen in your InDesign document. Let's look for another one. Scroll down and there it comes. This is the one I would like to have. Yep. Right click replace, and we're good to go. So if you want to purchase the image, just click on the little button, open in browser, and you will be automatically linked to this image, and you can buy it. So that's how to connect to stock provider and use images in Adobe InDesign.
And we believe that, and that's one of the concepts, to have more choices is really important within the application. So for all of the stock providers, we already have Getty Images, Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Unsplash. We are working with more. I've just got the question about Pond 5 and Stocksy. If someone is interested in other systems, just let me know that, and maybe someone can help me with a connection to that vendor. And we're happy to also try to get them on our platform. Every system that supports the similarity search as displayed is fully supported. You also get access to all of the filters and the searches that comes with the stock providers. So you can search by colors or by lengths or by numbers of people on an image. You have the direct access to purchasing, and all purchased images are also automatically available in a selection with pre-purchased images. And these images can be pulled back into the DAM system, which makes it easy to stay sure that no one purchased the same image twice. You can always work with the FPO file, and then at a very later stage, you can replace the FPO file with the purchased version. And it uploads the purchased assets back into your DAM system, which really, really, really simple. Good, next step.
Thanks. So this is my favorite one because we named it one plugin for not going to prison. So what I'm going to show you is how to deal with rights. So in this case, I would like to connect to a rights management system. So quite easy. First step is I will upload the InDesign document to my source system. Just click on OK, and the InDesign file, 30 pages, will be uploaded, and we're done. The cool thing is you can have a preview of each page of the uploaded InDesign document to check the content, if it's completed. So I think that's a really cool feature without opening it. So now to the rights management. I would like to connect to my favorite system, which is called Fidel. So this is the rights cloud. Same procedure, just log in, choose your department, and we're good to go. So back in InDesign, we've already connected 5 systems, by the way. And what I'm going to do is I want to check all the linked assets. So going to my link tab, here we go. And you see a little gray icon, this one here is a handshake symbol, check rights. So if I click on it, I will see the campaign in date, the campaign out date. I can select territory where my document needs to be published, and I can select the use for this campaign. So within 2 seconds, all assets are checked, and you see the gray ones that the asset is not registered. The red ones, they are registered, but the rights are missing. And let's go scroll down. We have a green one. You see this is available, and we have to have a look at it. It's available, and this is visual control. It's available in Africa, in China, for other campaigns and for email campaigns. And we have the yellow one that says it's partially available. So if we check this, You can see it's available in Africa, but not in China. So this is a really cool feature to get rid of the legal guys. So another problem is maybe you have an asset and that's not checked into the Dell or in your rights management. On the other hand, you see before you start the layouting process, the icons appear in the image, so you can choose those images that are already registered and the rights are perfectly done, so you can do it beforehand. Now let's see how easy it is to check in an asset for approval and rights management. Quite easy. Just select the image you want to register. We check it again, so it's not checked in because it has the gray one. So to register this asset, just go down to the button, click on it, register file in Rights Cloud, and we're done. So you see the red icon appears in the upper right corner. That means it's checked in, but the rights are still missing. So a workflow into Dell is triggered that someone takes care of the rights. Your turn, Andy.
We believe that DRM is a really important thing, and we do believe that it really helps to have DRM check really integrated into your daily work, because you can make sure that either all of the asset you're using in an asset, so in an InDesign file or in a Premiere Pro file, can be automatically checked based on the date, the region, and the use. And more important, you can do a rights check before you're using the assets and only use assets that are compliant with the date, time, region, and use you're intending. And that makes it a lot easier because as we all know, you're using an asset, everybody loves that. And in the end, you find out you do not have the rights, or the rights are too expensive, or they are just not available in that region. You know that before you even touch that asset. And that's really easy. It's really just a click. And the rights management is a wonderful example on what kind of services in the future will be included additionally into the CI Hub panel to make life at the place of usage a lot more easy than it was before. You do not have to leave any of the systems wherever this CI Hub panel is available. You have everything right on your fingertips whenever you need that. There is no switching to a browser. There is no entering of additional data. There is no copy and paste to the clipboard and stuff like that. You get all of that stuff right in the application. Good. I think we have one more to check.
Yep. So one thing I would like to show you, it's a very cool thing. So we call it a serial production, and it shows the full potential of the CI Hub plugin combined with Adobe InDesign. So I've prepared 21 assets. They are stored in Dropbox. And there's a feature called CSV export. So I'm just click on it and export a CSV file. So the CSV file is produced. It looks like that. Just plain text, like an Excel sheet. If I go back to InDesign, I will open an InDesign document I have prepared. So this InDesign document contains a master record, which consists of all the fields that are stored in the CSV file. So it's the instructions, the title, and you can see this is really plain text, nothing in it. They're coming out of the CSV file, as you can see them here. And if I click on preview, you see what happens is the text is perfectly formatted with a font So this works with character styles and paragraph styles coming out of InDesign. The images are perfectly placed. Even the superscript and the kerning we need, this is all done with a little help from my friend called Grab Styles. This is quite easy to handle. So at the end, I click on Create Merge Document, do some settings, so columns and rows, click on OK, and the 21 products will be placed in this layout perfectly. So you see everything fits perfectly into the target frames. It's perfectly formatted, and we have 21 products placed in the InDesign document. So it's quite easy to hand this over to the graphic designer who maybe changes the mood images or types another headline or whatever he wants to do with it. But the dirty work is already done. And if the client says just change the layout, you can just grab another layout and start the merge document, request, do some settings, click on OK, and the content blues into another layout. So here we go. Quite easy, quite fast, and that's really an amazing feature.
And automatically you have access to all the metadata of the asset. And it's one push. There is no need for downloading that asset again. There's no need for copy and pasting metadata from different systems into an Excel sheet. You select the image, you push a button, you get the download, you produce your data. This is really what we say, this is database publishing built in. There are systems which delivers a gazillion of more functionalities, but from the feedback we get from our customers and users is that functionality with the built-in Adobe InDesign data merge delivers 80% of the functionality someone really needs. And that's just out of the box and comes with the CI panel. So it supports metadata, including custom metadata. It automates the production of catalogs, fact sheet, and anything what is serial. And Gert showed that all of the documents were on one page. You can just click one more button and it would create a fact sheet for each of the products. It's really click and go. It's really easy. You don't need training and special knowledge for that. You can switch layouts, which makes it very handy for multiple documents. And it really delivers everything what you need as a basic version of database publishing. And it's just built into CI Hub. And it works with every system we've already connected. That's really cool. Good.
Thanks.
And I think there's one more thing.
There's one more thing, yeah. So this is a quite simple one, but yeah, it's a really cool time saver. So if it comes to print production, let's say we update the file in the system and we want to create in parallel a PDF document with my special Adobe job options, which contains maybe color space, transforming, crop marks, bleed, and so on and so on. And the system creates it automatically with the job options you've chosen. So as you can see, print ready file, one click and it's uploaded into your source system and the printer is ready to go.
So that delivers all the production styles. It creates automatically your InDesign packages. It's easy to share that with your colleagues. It's completely InDesign compatible, so it just works with all of the others. Even if they do not have a CI Hub plugin, you can just create whatever you want, send it out. There is no string attached. And if your system allows you to manage relations, then you can get the relations back into your system, and the system would be capable to exactly know which image on what page in what InDesign document has been used or produced. Very simple. I think one more thing, Gert.
Is yeah, the last one, I promise. So one plugin to let you love Office 365 again. So as a category manager, you often have to deal with Excel sheets. So wouldn't it be great to have some visuals in it? So quite easy. So let's see how CI Hub fixed this by using renditions, even in Dropbox. Just browse your asset, choose a rendition that fits your needs, click on OK, and you're done. So I'm choosing the red one. Choose a rendition. In this case, I want to have it in 128 pixels. Click OK, and we're good to go. So this is the one, place it. Good.
And maybe, yeah.
And the same goes for, sorry to interrupt you, the same goes for PowerPoint. Just choose a full screen rendition, place it, send it back. And if you want to add text, just go to the file and drag it onto the stage, and it automatically replaces the text in the PowerPoint file, as you see here, even the price, and we're good to go. So even in Word, so I have prepared a short briefing. It's a very short briefing indeed, but you see there's a thing, use the one which is in the DAM, its file name is something like, okay, let's take the 135 megabyte image, boom, we're done. So I've choose a rendition, it's perfectly placed, quite fast, you can move it around, and instead of saying the file name is something like, why not using the file name, which is already available in the panel. Here we go. So working with renditions, really cool. If you need renditions maybe for social media channels or for the web, just choose a rendition, and instead of placing it, click the Save Local icon, and you're good to go. So that's it.
Cool.
Back to you.
So it works in all of the Office application, including 365. You can use the low-res renditions. You can also set them as a default. And we all know what it means to have a PowerPoint presentation with gigabytes of files and sizes. You can check in and check out the Office documents if the system supports that. And you saw that in the example. You can lock and unlock files. You can use the metadata, and with the automatic created low-res renditions and with the automatic conversion into JPEG, it's very easy to drag and drop the assets into your social media campaigns where you always need a JPEG file. Okay, everything what we've showed you so far in the last 48 minutes, that's available in the systems that are on that list. We are working intensively on adding more systems to connect to our platform. We believe that users should have a very easy choice. It's a one-click implementation. I think there is no one globally that delivers a better, more versatile and more cost-effective plugin to your systems. If you have any questions, send me an email, go to our website, chat with us. We're available. We're happy to talk to you. We're happy to get feedback from you. And thanks a lot for your time, and enjoy your evening or day.